AllPowers, like a lot of other power station companies, have a track record of using YouTube creators to help market their products. When you go ahead and watch some of these creators' videos, you'll see that for the most part, it's all sunshine and rainbows, the products are great, and they recommend you purchase them. Except for us. Last year, AllPowers sent us 2 different power stations to review, and once we got our hands on them, we realized they were falsely advertised and they were just misleading people all over the place. So we made some videos about it, and this is what happened next. So welcome back to the lab where our opinions cannot be bought. Before we get any further, the reality is yes, AllPowers power stations do work. They turn on, they power your devices, and if you got a free one, it would make sense why you would advertise it, make a video about it saying it's great, you're pumped, you got a free product, and if you're just trying to do the basics, of course it's gonna seem like it works just fine. But if you try to go ahead and use AllPowers power stations for anything other than just real simple shit, powering a light, powering your heated sleeping bag, stuff like that, you put them through some real world applications like we do, or even just test them up to the limit of what their specifications say they can do, you will realize somewhere they will fail. In the last video, some people were claiming that we got paid by big name brands to talk poorly about smaller name brands. The reality is, 1, I wish that was true because we'd have a lot more money than we do right now. And 2, I don't think big name brands care about a company like AllPowers at all. We aren't trying to be dicks when we do this. We just set out to provide real, honest information to help you guys make educated purchasing decisions, and we just don't want people spending money on products when they worked hard to get it and the person selling them the product didn't work hard on the product at all. So anyway, we published 2 videos on AllPowers units. We weren't so nice to them. AllPowers actually reached out to us afterwards and asked us to take those videos down, and we said no, but they can send us a unit to redeem themselves, because you know, 3rd time's a charm. So what you're looking at right here is the AllPowers S2000 Pro. This thing is clearly an older unit. It doesn't have a lithium battery, but right away it did pass a few of the tests that some of the newer units had been failing. Clearly labeled and working Bluetooth button, and I'm actually able to pair it to the app, check. Giving out proper voltage to run your appliances, check. Being able to actually surge at all, check. So, did AllPowers really redeem themselves? Nice. The answer is no. You may be asking yourself, why not? It looked like it was doing so well in the testing. And the answer is, they still lied to us. This unit, during the efficiency test, which is the final test that all the other power stations failed, they actually overheated, this one had an issue that we've never heard of or seen before at all. So this is a 2,400 watt inverter, as it's clearly labeled right here on the front. We ran a 2,250-ish watt load, so it's under the maximum amount of the inverter. This is standard. This is how we run all of our efficiency tests. It's at the point where the fans are going to be working hard, the inverter's working hard, the unit will be its least efficient, and this is where we like to find out how good is this power station really. But this one didn't overheat. It shut off at like 55%, which was very weird. And when I tried to turn it on a couple times, it kept throwing an error code saying it was overloaded, which it was clearly not. It was still a couple hundred watts below where it could have been, or 150 watts below where it should have been. So we actually reached out to AllPowers. We're like, what is happening here? And AllPowers came right out of the box and said, hey, yeah, so we've been lying to people still on the redemption unit. Like, you can't make this up, dude. They literally emailed us and said, yeah, so the 2,400 watt rating on the inverter is only when the battery's above 70%. When the battery gets below 70%, the inverter is actually only a 2,050 watt inverter.
So it's actually just a 2,050 watt inverter.
That information is in one spot, actually. It's not on the website anywhere. I took a full screen recording of the website the day this happened in case they'd make any changes. It's nowhere on the website. It says like 4 or 5 times they have a 2,400 watt inverter. It says it can power anything under 2,400 watts, which it can't if the battery's below a certain percent. It says it nowhere in the manual, which is hard enough to read as it is. The only place that it says this information is actually right here on the very bottom of the unit on a sticker, and you would never even notice it unless you were told that it's true. And this says it's only a 2,000 watt inverter and that it's when it's under 60%. The point here is every power station we've ever had basically has a number rating on the front of it somewhere. It'll say 1,800 watt inverter, 2,000 watt inverter, 6,000 watt inverter. And that means that is the most that inverter can run continuously without advertising that this is a lie and that it only does this when it's above a certain percent, you're fucking lying again. So we didn't even bother putting this thing through any more testing, okay? The reality is, here's what happened. After we found out that AllPowers was still lying to us, they also sent us an email prior saying, hey, we're gonna send you the redemption unit. We've also upped our customer support and we've increased whatever. They still don't have a phone number. We sent them an email from an incognito email so that they wouldn't know it was us and treat us specially. It's been a week, 1 full week at this point, haven't got a response.
TB is yet to see a reply.
No, 0 replies. When we sent them an email, we also told them, hey, by the way, we sent you an email and you guys completely ignored it. And they were just like, oh, well, what's your email? We'll go look for it. So clearly they haven't stepped up their customer support. I don't even want to talk about AllPowers anymore. I'm bored of it. This thing didn't pass. They lied to us. That's where the testing ended, because I'm sick of talking about a company that does this. We're here so that when you guys go to spend your hard-earned money on a product, you can get some real life, honest, understandable information. The information that we have on all of the AllPowers units that we have tested so far is that some way, shape, or form, they lied about the product that we received and it didn't work as advertised 3 times in a row. So the only reason that this company still exists is because people out there are spending their money on the product to keep them in business. We recommend you spend your money on a product that's going to work as advertised. There's tons of other companies and choices out there that you can also get good deals on. If you're not trying to buy an EcoFlow or an Anchor, look at a Pecron or an Oops. If that's what you're trying to do to save money, buy those brands. At least they work as advertised and they have morals. I hate making these kind of videos because they just feel like annoying and like we're just crying, but Tiny Baby put AllPowers on a 12-month suspension. We won't be hearing from them for at least 1 year. And honestly, if they haven't figured this shit out in a year, I don't intend to ever make an AllPowers.
They probably won't be around in 2026.
Anyways, look, that's it. That's all we got for you guys. If you're trying to save money, just links down below. We'll do what we can to give you guys coupon codes and brands we actually recommend. That is all we got. Make sure you guys are subscribed for some more positive videos coming up in the future. We will catch you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and stay charged.